Hi everyone. This is our third session, right? I think
Right.
Mehdi. Yeah, this is
Yes.
our third session where we are continuing to work really hard on basically building a decentralized social network that's called Ta'arafu. It means get to know each other, that actually deproductize humanity. And a lot of people have reached out to me. They said, "Hey Hassan, are you gonna add, blockchain and all that kind of stuff?" Absolutely. We're gonna explore all the options, and it will be nice to show the world, what's it like to bake in, blockchain as a communication channel or protocol between multiple social media platforms. I want, people not to be one of the things that I really want to point out is that, nobody should be the authority of morals on anybody. If you decide to spin up your own community and you want people to come in, and maybe someone doesn't agree with your views or whatever the case may be, that shouldn't be an excuse for them to shut you down. That's not okay. Okay, so the internet is all about allowing everyone to be themselves, and then consequences will be based on whatever they say, instead of just kind of, muting people and all that kind of stuff. And I'm joined here today with my new dear friend Mehdi. How are you, Mehdi?
I'm
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Hi everyone. I'm doing
Awesome.
fine. And you, Hassan, how are you?
It's good to see you, man. Okay, so we're back in the game, right? Let's go ahead and see. Was it my turn or your turn to give you a failing
No,
test? Or
I
was it my
was.
turn?
You
Uh,
owe me. No, I owe a failing test
you owe
again.
me a failing test. Okay, that's it. Let's make it happen. So I owe you a failing test.
No, you passed the test yesterday.
Oh, so
Unfortunately.
I need to make one that fails,
Okay.
or you need
Go.
to make one that fails. How did we end up last night, huh? I
Yesterday you just passed it.
Oh, yesterday I just passed the test. That I need to give you a failing test, right? Because this is how it goes. I write a passing test, I write a failing test, you make it pass, and then you write a failing test, I make it pass, and then I write a failing test, and then you make it pass. See, it's ping
Okay.
pong. So it's my turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry, buddy. I know you can't wait to write code, but I want to write code too. Okay. It's all right. So let's go out there and start writing some code. So here's the deal, my friend. What do we need to write code against? We need to handle something called DB update exception. DB update exception, which is kind of the catch-all for all the writes that happen in the system. Since we don't have any references or foreign keys in the system, then we're not going to handle it. We're just going to go and say, hey, I handled duplicate key exception. Now it's time for me to handle the DB update exception. So I'm going to go and write a test. Let's first see if we have the right. Do we have post dependency exception? You sure we do. Perfect. So let's go up in here, and basically I'm gonna go into my my test in here. This is another session where we are going to actually engage the whole localization categorization thing. So this is new stuff that I'm just saying for the very first time, in terms of localization and categorization for exceptions, which is great. Thank you for helping me get that out
You're
there,
welcome.
because if we're not working together, how am I supposed to tell people what's going on, right? So let's see what's going on here. So this is all the exceptions that I have. This is gonna be in the exceptions area. So if I do Control MO, it will tell me immediately. Oh, should throw critical dependency exception. Should throw dependency validation exception if post already exists. I'm gonna go down here and say here's another fact, and I'm gonna go here and say public. Here you go. Public async task should throw dependency exception on add if the db update database update error occurs, and log it async. Okay, here's the deal, my friend. Here's what's new and here's what's old. What's old is that we're gonna basically just go ahead and take that exception and handle it like normal people, right? What's new is that we're gonna localize it, and that's the interesting stuff. So here's the deal. We're gonna go up in here and say, I want a random post. So this is some post. So create random post. That's number one. And then I want to go here and say, var failed, right? Failed post storage exception. Do you remember that one? Failed post storage exception. And that guy takes in a DB update exception in there. So I'm gonna go here and say D database update exception, new DB update exception, which is what's coming from the Unity framework. And I'm gonna go up in here and say, well, that guy doesn't really take anything, so that's fine. And I'm gonna go up in here and say, well, this is your database update exception. The last one is expected post dependency exception. So this is my post dependency exception right here. And this is going to take the failed post dependency exception. Failed post dependency storage exception. So what's new? This guy here is the new thing. I basically localized it. Remember, we used this guy before when we wanted to log critical error. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
This time we're using it, but we're not logging it as critical. Okay, what's the next step? Give me the mock, do the setup, give me that broker, not the logging broker though. I want the storage broker, so that's storage broker mock, and here's my broker. And I'm gonna go down here and say, let me give people the focus here because I just got off a session with Brian and it was really hard to see the. Okay, so this is broker.insert post async. It is any post. Why is it any post? Mehdi, what do you think? Why do we not care?
Because
Hmm.
because we are handling the update of the database. We already handled that, the validation of the post.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We don't care. Basically,
Yes.
we say whatever is being passed in there, it doesn't matter, right? And then in here, we're gonna go and say, yeah, be careful. Just because I'm writing code and talking, I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
So okay, add post task, and then this is this dot service add. Oh, what just happened? So add service, and this is add post some post. Okay, so there's this guy, and then what do we want to do? We want to go and say await assert throws async. There you go. Oh, not throws anything async. Throws. I haven't found a reason to need that one yet. But so which one do we validate? The post dependency, right? That's
Right.
that guy. And then we go here and we say add post task as task. That's our guy. Okay, that's number one. What else do I want? I want to go and verify that my storage broker, that's my broker here, insert post async. It is any post. Don't care. And this guy here has been called times once, right? That's times. See, the keyboard is hurting me. And then in here, logging broker, verify, broker. There you go. Come on, broker. You know when your brain is going more than, like, technology is coming on your way. It's blocking you. That's the problem that I'm having right now. So it is the same, not same validation. Just want to say same exception as for now. So this is same exception. Come on, give me. And that's my expected post dependency exception. And then I want this guy to be called how many times? Times once, right? So that's this guy. You know, with all the teams that I work with outside, if there is like a senior and a junior, you can't just be a hero. You have to pair with people and sit down and work with them. And I really highly advise anyone that's watching our videos, pair program, pair program, pair program all the time. This is how you help people understand things. You know, this is how you learn from people. You know, this is how I learn from you and you learn from me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's
Exactly.
this guy. So what do you think? Should I put storage broker before logging or the other way around? What do you think?
Storage broker should be the last one.
The last one. Why?
Oh, because first we want to check if something happened, and
Hmm.
then communicate with the database.
I thought we called the database first. In this scenario, I thought we hit the database first before we called the logging broker.
Hmm.
Right? We went and tried to insert, right? And then after the insertion failed, we logged an error out of as an outcome of that insertion, right? So in this case here, no. The storage should go first. But in the validation case, absolutely, definitely 100%. See, there is a reason for every single line of code and how we order it because we're artists. We're doing it this way.
Uh,
Okay, I think I have a pretty good test. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty good about my test. What do you think?
it's a nice failing test.
Nice. Failing is great. You gotta fail so you can appreciate success, right? So let's do that. All right, there you go. Is this a good failing test or a bad failing? Let's find out. It says, hey, you're supposed to give me a post dependency exception, but I received DB update exception. Does that mean that this is a good test or a bad test?
It's a good test.
It's a great test. I know. I know. Fail. Guess whose
Okay.
turn it is?
Okay.
It's your
I
turn.
I
Go
will
for it.
I will sync my branch right now.
All right.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Okay. Let's run tests. Let me share my screen.
Screen sharing first before anything and everything. Because sharing is caring, Mehdi. That's the problem. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Uh, all right.
I just realized when we are streaming the test, it's the CPU. It's go slow.
Of course. And on my machine it's flickering. It's a mess. It's a mess. Yep, you still don't have
Yes.
latest. Oh, you do, you do. Perfect, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
let's make it fast. Let's go to town.
Okay. God. Okay. Let's go to our service.
Hmm. Do you know what I do to get to where I want to go? Right click, go to implementation from the test. We'll try it next time. Go ahead.
Okay. We have to catch
Uh-huh.
DB update exception.
That's right. That's what I heard.
I have to change my keyboard.
Yeah, all of us. All these keyboards. We're gonna burn them. We're gonna burn all these keyboards and get new ones. I just got a new one. I thought it was the problem with the keyboard. It was actually with Windows, Windows 7. The problem.
Okay, let me bring this guy.
Okay.
Maybe typo. Database update exception. What's the problem? Why it's not bringing it here?
Because it's DB update, not
Oh,
database. We just name it properly
uh-huh.
because I'm not a big believer in this whole. So DB update exception. B with the yeah DB update. Yep, there you go. But
I will.
please name it database update exception.
Okay. We will create the
Hmm.
where what was it?
Failed,
Depend
failed, failed post storage exception maybe.
failed post storage.
Mm,
Writing line name is painful, but when you read it, it will be like easy. You
of course.
understand everything.
That's the point. That's the point. Yep. And at some point in time, you wouldn't even be thinking about writing. Like you'll be just like, you see, this is a great opportunity because in this instance here, I'm kind of a simple brain person. I'm not really that smart. So if something fits in my brain, that means it's going to fit in anyone's brain. This is how I know. This is how I know I'm
Okay.
doing the right thing.
Should
Mm.
I create an log? We have
Yes,
to
you need a new method. You need a new method called create and log dependency exception.
private
Yep.
post and then see exception.
Mhm.
Create and log. Let's see. Okay, here, and we throw an exception here.
That's right.
And then we go say var post. What was the name? I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Failed post.
Yep. So it's no. Be careful. Post. You're trying to create post dependency exception, right?
And it will be again post dependency exception.
No, you're just creating post dependency exception and you're logging it and you're letting your method take in whatever type you want. Hmm. Perfect. You need a var. Why? Because the right side is clear, right? Mm-hmm.
But we have to log it.
Of course. So how do we log it this time? Is it critical?
I think yes.
You think so? How come?
Yeah. Oh, because it's related to the database.
Right, but it looks like it's very specific to the request itself. It says DB update exception, so the update have failed. You established a good connection with the database. The problem is that, this particular insertion in the database has failed.
Then we just have error.
That's true. Let's go. By the way, just for your information, it could be very much so critical, but oftentimes if it's request based, it's not. Yep.
That's it.
Take the empty lines. Make sure your code is clean.
Control.
Oh, just remove it, man.
Okay. I
I
try to
normally
be.
I normally do control and then left arrow, and then put a new line between the
Here.
post dependency. No. See where it says zero references?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, now let's use it. Hmm.
Oh, no.
All
Don't
right.
be too smart. I don't want too smart.
Oh, it also did something. I'll let you discover. Keep going.
Okay. Done.
I don't
Throw.
think so.
Throw critical. New exception. Failed.
So you're throwing critical. Why?
Create and log dependency. Because
Hmm.
of the AI. Because of
Because of the
the
AI. You trusted the machine. The machine threw you under the bus. Just take the word dependency. That should be it. Okay.
create and log.
Dependency. If you do control space, it will pull it out for you.
Mm, this one is nice.
And then take a
Okay.
new line between the
Here.
multi-line. Yep, there you go. Throw is just like a return. Yep. Okay. Control KD just to clean up the world. And let's go and run the test.
Okay. I have to first run it.
Yeah. Did we handle the service exception already or no?
Mm, I don't think so. Let's
Okay.
check. Let's check.
Boom. You made it pass, my friend.
Yeah. The failing test was good.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's go to exceptions. Add. Let's see what we have here.
Don't forget the commit. Don't forget the commit. Do control MO. It will collapse all of them for you. Boom. Something is weird with your Visual Studio. This pencil should say one change, but it's not showing it.
Yeah, from last night it was like that. When I go to package manager and do the git stuff, like, and
it
look, I don't have
uh,
commit. I don't have commit.
what
I
in
I have to add it manually, then he will understand what's going on. I have no idea.
All right, git add dot. Oh
Look,
man.
now,
Just pain, man. Just pain.
but there is like, and the name is changed. It's commit staged and push.
What?
I don't know what's going on in.
It's time to remove Visual Studio and reinstall it. Turn it off and on again.
Okay, done.
Are you really? You're supposed to give me a failing test, right?
I supposed to give you a failing test for the services, right?
Heck yeah. Let's do it.
Control and all. Okay, this one it will be,
Mm.
what is the name?
Yeah, so it should throw service exception on add if service error occurs and log it async.
Okay, let's check. We have service error and service
It's just the generic exception, the native one, but we need failed post service exception for
failed.
sure. That's the
Okay,
localization part. Mm. Yes, sir.
failed post service. We don't have it. Then we create it.
Yep.
Post service.
No, 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 no. Failed post service exception. We need both. I think we already have the service exception. We just need we have the category. See, you have post service exception. Do you see it?
Yes, I have.
But we don't have failed post service exception.
Failed post storage. We have. Yeah.
Yes,
Failed post service.
exception.
Okay, let's add my friend, not this one. AI, you have to be smarter. Okay, and it will get another from exception, not from exception.
Yeah, that's right. No, 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 no. The input for this one is exception because it's mapping, it's localized, right? So it's taking the exception from the outside world, which may or may not be implementing exception. Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, message.
Yeah, so the message here would be something to the effect of failed post service error occurred. Contact support.
I think this one is
Contact support. And post and service can be lowercase, both of them. Nice.
okay. Inner exception.
Mhm.
Okay, save it. Now it's still changing. I have no idea. This. Okay.
Don't forget the copyrights. Don't forget to put the header for your files.
Make it short, or it's different from the OSSS.
It's a little different from the OSSS.
Okay, let's check the post service exception. Okay, it's cool now.
Yep,
Now we go and write our test.
that's right.
And another things, can we throw value task here?
No, unfortunately, the framework doesn't support it. I wish we could.
Actually supported. Last night I wrote a test. You can check it
Okay,
in
let me
the
let me prove you wrong. Type value task in there. Let's see. Okay, and then expand your test. Expand your test, right? And then go to your actual service implementation. So go inside add post async. Yeah. And just comment instead of return await this storage broker, just say return default.
here.
Yeah. So remove all of this all the way up to await and just say return default.
I go
Hmm. Now run the test.
test.
No, 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 not all of them, because some of them are task and some of them are value task. Run the one that you changed. Hmm. Maybe we have a big change that we can do. You have a code that you didn't remove yet at the very bottom of this file. All the way at the bottom. Yep, take away that guy. Yep, go for it. Yep, run that guy. I'd be very happy if it worked. Hmm, it passed.
Yes.
Yikes. Why?
I told you because now I am calling the API, right? In my
Mm,
project,
mm.
and it's not allow me to put task there. You said it should be value task.
On the test?
Yes,
What are
on
you
the
talking
test.
about? That's nonsense what you just said. See, you changed the code. Your test should have failed, but it didn't.
Why?
Because value task will say, first of all, the XUnit framework is not ready for it. It doesn't know how to handle it. It doesn't execute it properly.
Hmm. There is a logical error here.
Where's
It's
the
not make
logical error?
it's not making sense. You saying that it should be fail, but
It
it
should.
has.
Yeah, because the framework is limited. The framework that you're working with.
Hmm.
Show me this one that says you have to use value task. I want to see that one. In the test itself?
Yes. Maybe I write a bad test, but
Are you
here
using MS Test or XUnit?
no X unit. I will show you right
Show
now.
me. Show me the meaning of being lonely. Tell me.
GitHub. Here you are.
Huh.
API test. Last night I write it.
We
The
can view it after the session. Don't worry about it. Let's just
let's
move on with
wait.
this. Mm, mm, uh,
Or maybe I'm just writing the logical test. It's not
Yeah, that's
exception.
yeah, that's different.
Okay, then sorry.
Anyway, no, no, no. Sorry for what? You're learning. I was really, a part of me was hoping that it would work, so I can actually streamline everything based on value task. But the world doesn't work this way, my friend. Unfortunately.
Okay. Let's fix this mess first because maybe we forgot.
Uh-huh.
Okay, save it.
You love empty lines, don't you? Do control minus. Control minus.
Control minus.
Again. Oh, because you closed the page. So yeah, there it is. Take that empty line out. Careful. If I give your PR, this pull request that you and I are working on, if I give it to Shri, she's gonna find like 50 errors in it. I'll give it to her. I
Error.
will. Yeah, she'll find issues in it. She knows how to catch these. Yeah, there's another guy I know. His name is Naveen. His eye is very strong. He will catch the smallest issue in your code. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's get started. Public async, and
Uh-huh.
this one is task.
And now you know. hmm
Okay, what is the long name? Should
I don't know. You
post
tell me.
service
That's right.
service exception
hmm
exception
hmm
on at if database update again because
hmm
database update error and log it async should throw service exception on add if database update error occurs. Okay, let's create one post. Post, what is this?
hmm
Post, create
Don't
random
d- don't
post.
don't don't forget the given win then always.
Hmm,
Is
I
it
will.
is it random post or some post? Okay.
A random post is making better sense.
If you say random post, you have to
I will
create.
another one. That's why I like that pattern. It's
You like that
when you
more?
read it, when you read it, it will be feel better.
But if you do it this way, that means you mentioned post twice, which is the opposite of what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to tell people, you know, just see one line and don't worry about post ever again.
Hmm, that was all the standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day, people used to actually do that random post and then some post. Let's eliminate that. Let's get rid of it.
Okay. The next guy,
Mm.
we have to bring our exceptions.
Yeah, the origin. Start from the root. What's the exception that would happen? The service
The
exception, right?
service exception.
Service exception. And when that service exception happens, what should we do? We should basically handle it proper.
New service, new post, service exception. What I have to throw something there. Is it's needed a message or need exception?
No, you don't really need a message. This guy needs an exception. So we need to, okay, so you started from the bottom because that post service exception is the very, very bottom of the chain. Start with exception, the generic exception that would happen, right?
The database one.
No, it's just generic exception, just exception.
Okay. Uh,
Type in there service exception.
new.
Okay, that's one. Take the reference, right. Call that service exception, what you just created. With the E capital. Okay. What comes
And
after that? The post, failed post service exception, right? Mhm. Perfect. There it is. Keep going. Yep. The third one is the categorization piece, right? So this is where you go in and say,
expected.
yeah, the expected post service exception. That's right.
Expected post exception. And then this one goes here. Then we say this dot storage broker mark dot setup
Mhm.
broker. And we go next line. We say broker dot insert post this many. Don't need this. And we go next line and say throws async
Mhm.
service exception. No, yeah, it will be yes.
Mm. That's right.
That's
Keep going.
right.
Yep. Make sure you break these exceptions with a new line. Each and every one of them. You see where you say new failed service exception. You either collapse, you have two options. You can remove the empty lines or just break them into two lines.
Okay, the given is done. Let's create a value task.
Mhm.
Value task post, and we call it expected post, something like
No, this is the action. So you need to go and say add post task, right? Uh-huh.
okay. It will be this dot storage broker mark
Mm.
should add post async. No,
Mm.
no, I missed something here.
We're
Should
calling the actual service, right? First, this is not then, this is when. So flip the
this
T to a W.
when
Hmm.
when then this dot service should add post async. No, no,
No,
no, no, no, no.
just need to call the service. Just type service. There, post service dot add post, and then post the post. And you don't need that. Uh,
Generic. Yes.
Boom, done. Now we need to validate things. Where'd you go? You getting
I
tired on me?
no, no, no. I just feel dumb right for a moment.
No, you're not dumb. There's
Okay.
the code that you're writing, just so you understand, the stuff that you're putting, there's at least three different patterns baked into it. So it may look simple, but it actually takes a little bit of time to kind of digest. Just keep going. That's what I'm here for. And while you're doing it, we're building
Okay.
a beautiful future for people. Go ahead.
Let's go this dot. Now here we say first the storage broker mark.
Now, first
No,
of all,
login, login.
We need to verify that the exception has happened. So do await, assert, throws async, under then, under then, under then, await,
Wait,
assert,
cert.
throws async. No.
No, no.
You need to stop this AI stuff. It's gonna ruin your
Yes,
brain. It's
fine.
gonna ruin your brain. So this async needs a type, a generic type to be passed in, right? What's the type? Hmm,
The type of the post. No exception.
there you go. You went offline on me. You want me to write the test?
No, no, no.
You're almost there, though. You're almost done. Good. You were done right. Yeah, post-service exception. Yeah, you were good. Yeah. And then we want to basically pass in an action.
Okay.
So fat arrow, and then you want to go and say add post task as task, right? Make sure this add post task has a lowercase a because it's a variable. Control period, it will rename it across the board. Nope.
Mm,
Try again. Go back. Control Z, go back. No, just
no.
copy the name. Just copy it.
Maybe.
You missed a chance. Okay.
Oh,
Now take that guy to a new line. With a tap. Perfect.
okay.
Okay.
Then, but there was what it is. No, we don't need it is here. It's done.
Not just yet. Now we need to verify that we actually made the call. And take a tab before the broker on line 154.
154. Yes.
And take another tap there. Perfect. Now, excuse me. Now
We
let's
have
go
to
verify. Uh-huh.
storage broker dot verify
That's right.
broker. We go to the next line.
Tap.
Dot.
It's writing it for you. Perfect. Except that you don't need that generic type at the beginning. Yep.
Sometime I want to disable it because
It's bad.
yes.
But that's also what people said when IntelliSense came out. They said, "Oh, real engineers write code on Notepad." It's like I was like, okay.
Good
So
luck.
so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go and tell you, oh, disable it because real engineers don't use AI. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. Dot verify.
That's right.
Here. Dot log error.
That's right. Mm.
And they have to put there
It is the same exception as, right? It is
is
same exception as.
service exception
Which one?
expected.
Go for it. Welcome back online. You made it.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Oh my God, Mehdi. May God fill your heart with laughter, man. This is I just yay. I have my moments too. Sometimes I just have a brain fart. I have no idea what's going on. Uh,
Okay.
all right. Break from expected and break again from times. From expected. No. Break from expected. Where is expected?
Break.
Where is expected?
I cannot see. Uh-huh. Yes. I'm
Just keep going. Oh man, this is fun. Let's go. Break again from times though. Take times and take it down, and take times on the other one and take it down by one as well. And give it a tap, please. Mhm. You also need a new line on line between 165 and 166.
165 here.
Yep, and then you have a lot of empty lines. Anyway, finish your test and we'll come to it. Wait a second, how come you're calling the storage broker verify no other calls before the logging broker? Why are you doing that?
This we are in a different test. Not it was
Hmm.
logging broker dot verify no other calls.
Okay, so you're gonna verify logging broker first before storage, right?
Yes. It's the
Okay.
normal way that we do it, but that one was the special one
What was special about the previous one?
because first we have to call the database, hit the database, and
Right.
then if there is anything there that is wrong, we have to log it,
Okay, what are
right?
we calling here first?
The logging.
In the logic of this test.
In the logic of this test
Yeah, where's the exception coming from?
from services, because
From
database.
or at least in this instance we attached it to the database, right?
Okay. Then right.
Yay!
At
Yeah.
least people will be laugh.
People have fun and people will learn with us.
Okay.
And don't feel bad. I'm just having fun with you today.
Okay.
Okay, something is not right.
I
Why is this
forgot the fact. I forgot the fact as usual.
again? Mm. You know what's the best thing about pair programming? You get to know a lot about people and you work with them. And you get to kind of learn to kind of work with their style of whatever they do. And that's totally fine. All right, you got a couple of empty lines at the bottom there. You probably want to clean those up, and then I think we're good to go. Yes, sir. You kind of chopped off. Yep. Now let's run all the tests. Oh, wait. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's it. Let's roll. Also, take away the empty line between 144. Take out one line 144. Done. Let's go. Let's run all the no. Run all the tests in the world. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Otherwise, I won't take it from you. I'll say you didn't run all the tests. I don't know what you were giving me.
One moment, I just feel my mind is turned off. I cannot remember.
It happens to me all the time. I have like like my brain just goes blank. I have no idea what I'm doing. Happens. Just sleep. Please sleep a lot more. That's all. Sleep. Just take rest.
Here you are.
Okay, give me my failing test. Is it failing for the right reasons though?
Post service exception, system exception, throws. It's a nice failing test.
Wonderful. Give me my
Okay.
test. Okay. Yep. Oops. You made it.
Commit all and push. Done.
Is it my turn now? Is that true?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Okay, seems like you're giving me failing tests. Okay. All right, man. I'm gonna sync up in here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run all the tests. Let's see. Are you having fun? I hope you're having fun.
Yes.
I know
I'm
I
just
am.
waiting.
Just okay. You better not blink. Because if you blink, you're gonna miss it. All right, man. So what should we do? We catching, right? And this is
Yeah.
an exception, right? And then I'm gonna go here and say what? Failed post
Post
service
service
exception.
exception.
New failed post service exception. That takes the exception and then throw, create, and log service exception. Oops, I think we're done. Look at that. Let's go and run the test. What? That's it? Okay.
That's it.
I think we're done here. So here's the deal. I'm gonna do a couple of things just so people know what to do. So this is a pass. What I'm gonna do is that, normally it's just being a good citizen or being a good engineer. You go up there and you basically run code cleanup across the entire system, right? You do that so just in case there's a missing thing, something that doesn't make any sense, you go out there and you say, hey, something is broken. Then I'm gonna go here and say code rub, and then code cleanup. There you go. Okay, what that basically means is that we get to go and create a PR, right? So let's
Right.
so let's create a PR. Let's create one together. I'll show you one and you do next one, okay? Because you and I are gonna write thousands of lines of code together. Thousands.
Let's do it.
You will get to a point where you say, "Here we go again." Him and his standard, right? So let's go up in here, my friend. If I go into Tarafu core, we should have here, we have this guy in here. And now this guy is ready to publish. See, if you look at the commit history here, it tells you our story. You and I working together every day, right?
Yes.
Here's a failing test, make it pass, fail, make it pass, fail, make it pass, and so on and so forth. All right. Okay, I think this guy is ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and publish this guy. So I'm just waiting here for it to let me ready to review. And then let's have our dear friend Shri here kind of give us a look. She's gonna find some stuff, I'm pretty sure. So Shri, oh, I can't find Shri because why? Let me do this. Shri, yeah, I'll connect with her and see if she can, start reviewing this. But other than that, I think our session is done.
Yes. Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope
Watching.
this was useful to you. What are we gonna do next? What's the next part? The next part is to build an API that we can test and hit and basically verify through Postman that we build an API endpoint that you can actually communicate with and
Then we go
create.
to the controller part.
Yes, you get to have controller in your
No
system.
more tests. No more
Ah,
exception.
there will be acceptance tests, but we'll talk about that later. All
Oh,
right. Okay. Thank
okay,
you guys
different
for
stuff.
watching. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching us today. It was always a pleasure. Mehdi, thank you for joining me today. I'll
Welcome.
see you tomorrow. Take care. Thank you guys.
See you guys.
See
Bye.
ya.